Hello and welcome. You've joined us on Too Sharp, where we get you two important financial developments of the day. Today, we are going to talk about Reliance Industries' strong surge in the market after Q3 results, and second, what's really weakening our Indian markets. Hi, I'm Nisha Poddar. Reliance Industries today is a big talking point in an otherwise weak market. That particular heavyweight had surged almost 5% in trade, especially after the Q3 outperformance of the company, which was largely driven by the consumer-facing business, and especially the outperformance of the Reliance retail business is what really enthused this particular gain and positivity around Reliance Industries stock. Remember that from its peak levels in the middle of last year, Reliance Industries stock had plummeted by over 20%, and that was largely driven by the ETF outflows. But this kind of an outperformance has instilled confidence amongst the investors about the propensity of growth going forward. Also to remember that Mukesh Ambani earlier once in an AGM had said that the Reliance retail will grow at a much faster pace in the conglomerate Reliance Industries, and that probably is going to show results. What the market was most enthused about is the growth in the retail business in an environment where consumer demand as well as urban demand has been plaguing the retail and FMCG businesses. Now, what really worked in Reliance Industries and retail business? Let's take a look at that. $10 billion of revenue is what it clocked in one quarter. That's a big milestone to be achieved by this particular business. Three important aspects really revved up the performance. First is festive sales, second, wedding sales, and the third, the company says, is streamlining and productivity improvements. While some of these factors are cyclical, the others are not. So the market has been enthused about two factors, the grocery sales as well as the e-commerce thrust, and both is believed to be something that is stable as well as growing and are sticky businesses. Remember, the company has accelerated the express deliveries, piloting in 4,000 pin codes. When we talk about the telecom business, the telecom tariff hike taken last year is starting to show results, and the churn in SIM card has been visible. Muted subscriber addition as well as lower than expected ARPU increase is what the market analysts, most of them and most of the brokerage reports, have suggested that they expected a much better performance by Jio. Also, there was elevated cost which hit the margin of the telecom business. But overall, the O2C business outperformed amidst global volatility and was much more resilient because of the refining margins being better than expected for Reliance. So all in all, to look forward in Reliance, there are two important kickers going forward for the investors. First, their renewable energy business, the new business that they have kick-started. Their solar gigafactory is set to commence operations in early 2025. And the second and the big thing that all the investors are watching out for is the potential Jio IPO, which will lead to value unlocking for the investors, and any indication on the timelines of that, and maybe sooner than expected or maybe at the AGM, will be watched out for very, very closely. But these two factors would be the kickers for Reliance Industries. Now let's talk about the Indian market, which weakened in trade after 3 days of sustained recovery. Of course, Reliance Industries was one stock in an otherwise weak market which sustained and was gaining in trade. But on the other hand, the rest of the market looked quite weak. Sensex Nifty, Bank Nifty taking a lot of beating, and the mid-cap as well as small-cap ended with small gains. For the week, it is a loss for the Indian markets. Earnings impact is one big factor also in trade today, with blue chip counters like Axis Bank as well as Infosys. They both dragged in trade after their Q3 results, while RIL performed well. On the other hand, there are several factors which are impacting the Indian market and the sentiment. Of course, the uncertainty around the global tariff war after the US President Donald Trump really takes over on Monday. That is one big factor. Second, of course, is the earnings momentum. Third is going to be also the central bank actions, both US Fed as well as the Reserve Bank of India. And rupee depreciation is a negative factor that is also impacting the market, and that is led largely because of the crude price rise, also dollar strengthening, bond yields are strengthening, and on the other hand, the FII sell-off continues. But next week is a new week. Let's see what market has in store next week. With that, it's a wrap.